just finished the day. We had a pretty productive day and an unexpected day. So today we had a freight delivery for, which we didn't even know about. Nobody notified us. Nobody contacted us for something I ordered a couple weeks ago. And it's called a pot tipper. So it's this big pot that's on a stand and a lever or whatever that you can go ahead and it'll help you tip the pot over so you don't have to lift anything. And I need that because I have tendonitis in one arm or wrist or whatever on my right side. So lifting heavy stuff is a lot for me since I mainly do the mixing. Aside from that, we got some caps in today. Tomorrow's Friday. The best thing is happening tomorrow. So let me tell you. So we're doing this German order and for Germany, and we need it's 18,000 units that's going over there. So we needed 9,000 bottles for some of the products. So we had ordered these in February 2nd or something like that. They were going to be on back order until April 18th. So like last week, I said, let me just check, make sure everything is on cue. I go in there and they pushed it to June. I was in a tizzy, okay? I'm sorry, my arm is killing me. I was in a tizzy about this. I was like, what am I going to do? So I canceled the back order because we're talking about, thousands of dollars. So I canceled the back order, started looking at other suppliers to see if there was anything I could get. Forget aesthetics. Like, I didn't even care what color these things came in. And right before I was going to order from somewhere else, which would have cost me about $800 more than what I had already spent, something told me to go back to the original site and supplier, and oh my God, they was in stock. And I hit that button so fast. That was Tuesday, and tomorrow's Friday, and they're already going to be here. So I'm excited. So the only delay, aside from making the other half of the products, would be designing labels and getting those, because they're going to be 6 ounces instead of our standard 8 ounce. So there's some adjustments we have to make. And that coat rack back there looks like a person. I literally almost just screamed. I don't know if, I'm sure you've seen it in a clip, but I can't switch the camera around. But some of those jars are there. There's like 4,500 sitting there right now. This means tomorrow is a label party for me and Quentin. And what that means is we're just going to gather these jars. We're going to sit down. We're going to watch some movies, and we're going to just get the label in because they're 4 ounces. So they're smaller than our usual size. So we're going to have to label them all by hand. And then my hair wants to be disrespectful this week. I promise you guys, my hair, I didn't cut it. I did dye it or colored it. I bleached it. But it is still the same length. It comes down here, about right here straight. But it is shrinking up like, I guess that means it's healthy, so that's a good thing. But there's no point in stretching it because every time I stretch it, it just goes shh. And I think that it's the humidity and stuff. But, it kind of looks like I have a little bob. So, I guess it's cute. But anyway, that's it for today. I'll just keep filming the rest of the week and while we go through this German order. So that way you guys can get some behind the scenes on it. When you said this was the last box, I thought, ooh, Weezy, look what I find. How did this get over here? No, I didn't do it. And then there's another one. So there, I knew it was 2. Like, who sits it right there? I don't even cut boxes open. Don't laugh. When you said this was the last of these, I thought it was like the bottom of the barrel. And I was over here freaking out. You had 2 layers. Okay, Ramsey. Huh? Are you sitting there trying to record yourself? Are you over there doing reels without me? What do you mean? I'm taking this out and putting this in.
Out there that dislike you for absolutely no reason at all. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Oh, this is the reel you're doing.
Out there that dislike
Oh, cool.
you for absolutely no reason.
You just don't want to put your face up there no more, huh?
Not all the time.
Oh, come on, Ramsey. Get your face in there. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a reel today. Or two. On two. Okay, Mr. Man. You just gonna let me struggle. Alright, that's fine. This is the tape that I was telling you about. Get it. Oh, maybe that's not smart. No? Then you gonna roll your eyes at me like I didn't do something. I don't appreciate the abuse of old people. We're abusing old people. You're gonna thank me later when those 18 boxes come in. Okay. This is not smart. Then you can see what they are. Boy, I'm smart. God broke the mold with me, I tell you. He really did. Really? So I was gonna sit there and actually do something.
That's funny because you had the camera set up over there like you was about to do something.
You know what? You can talk shit because you're not in the frame.
Right.
What's this, break time? Let me stop when you punch me in that. Okay, so rice water is done, son. Now you move my stuff out the way. Being a homeless child. Box one.
And what his assignment was. And he brought in his passion and his experience. He had the same feedback from God. And this is all new to me. No, it's actually very amazing. Because now I have people in my life that I respect and love that are telling me that I have to stay on the put that I'm adamant on getting out. And it was very, very funny. I can't describe to you how heavy it was, how consistent he was in his now that he was required of me, but we're going to be in for a while.
The hardest working
I'm not
CEO there is.
I can commit to it because there's not that much coincidence in the world for what just happened.
Is this all the jobs?
Yes.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, my wife. I just feel
We got home with my wife, DJ Casey, and we come back and talking about being in this house right now. Real life, real love, so what we know about this club.
Hey.
Hardest working CEO in the biz, she said.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was telling you.
I like the 2,500 on top.
I think it depends on the boxes. But the big box that we put the jars in holds that we can fit them. Technically.
And they didn't know it today. Yeah, you had asked for a sign.
Well, that was the thing. Because I was so angry that I was scaring, like, oh, I was a victim.
You always get that little smile. So, just an update. Whew. This Germany order is kicking our butts. But we're getting it out between regular orders, between regular wholesale orders. It's been a lot. The weather doesn't know what it wants to do here in Georgia. Some days it's raining, some days it's 30 degrees and it's 80 degrees, and it's just ridiculous. Mother's Day is coming up. Really have wanted to do, I don't know, something new or something cool for Mother's Day, but the way the hours in the day go, child, ain't nobody got time. but we're hanging in there, and hopefully in like, I don't know, next year, 2 years, 5 years, we'll look back on this and be like, oh, that was baby stuff, when we're in a bigger facility with all these other machines doing it for us. So hoping sooner rather than later, because I am tired. I love doing what I do, don't get me wrong. Absolutely enjoy it, best thing ever. But it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. It really is. Some days it's just, why did I get myself into this? But you know what? I guess, I can't complain. It's still a blessing to be able to do this and be global brand. We just got, the end of last week, we just got 2 new independent retailers, in the Czech Republic and the Virgin Islands. So I'm telling you, they love us. They love us across the pond. They love us. We're doing good in the States, but really it's something about the overseas thing. I don't know. They're very supportive. I'm just trying to get around the narrative that you have to be in major retail to do well or to be successful, or that makes your stuff legit. It really doesn't. There's so much behind the scenes in regards to that you would be shocked. So I don't really know if that's my main focus right now. I've turned down opportunities, and that was the smartest thing to do at that time. I don't ever want to say never, but yeah, these units that we're packing now, it gives you a whole like, oh wow, like this is a lot. It wouldn't have been so bad had we didn't have packaging delays. That really set us backwards, because we would have been done, but we had to wait we couldn't put it in nothing. So that wasn't a fair assessment on the amount of work that is involved to do this, just because we just felt stagnant for so long because we couldn't do anything. So once we got everything, now we're just like, we're not pacing ourselves, we're just dumping it and just doing it and doing it and doing it. Whereas had we had packaging and we could have kind of spread out production. I think that's the train coming. Anyway, we could have spread out production and it would have just been easier, but we didn't have that luxury. Anyway, so I'm gonna get to work. Quentin isn't here yet. So once he comes in, we start doing, going over the orders, and then we're just right back into mixing and making and bottling and labeling. We were supposed to have some extra hands this week. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. But until next time. So we're not completely done. I don't think we're even halfway through this order for Germany, but these are the curling potions that are going over there. 4 ounces. I think they're cute. I redid the labels, a little different. And that's the packaging for it. But onward and upward. Here's some of getting ready, and we still haven't kept up with the restocking because we've been fixated on getting this done. Look at all those jars, and it's that deep. So this is gonna be quite a bit of work. We're still not ready. That's all we have packed. It's just been a rough couple months. Go ahead, tell me, say it like you'd say it.
Oh, holla.
Come on, so you can hear yourself. Weemsy. Wednesday.
And don't put that online, you know.
I'm not. You're supposed to say.
Don't use this footage.
I'm not
You
using
do not have my permission.
I want you to. Okay, take one. Go ahead, say it.
Greetings, beloved. How's everybody doing today?
So I am here on Saturday, so it's the day before Mother's Day, and I'm working by myself, trying to finish up this order, working on some curling potion, and I'm gonna try to get this knocked out. I'm tired, y'all. I look sleepy, but I'm hanging in there. Tomorrow's not just Mother's Day, but it's my daughter's 21st birthday, so we've been kind of going out and stayed up late. And I'm just trying to find the energy to keep it going. It's a lot of work, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Entrepreneurship is great. It's great, but it's a lot. I'm not complaining. I'm just tired. Plus my back hurts. I hurt my back lifting a pallet jack. Long story short, the driver just is being difficult and would not back his truck up so he could put it in the back big door, put it into the warehouse. So he dropped it because we have a raised platform. So I had to make it work and get it in the building. And in the process of doing that, I really think my hip is out of place. But I've been in pain for like 2 weeks. Probably need to go to a chiropractor, but I'm pretty stubborn. So, yeah, I need a nap. I really do. Okay, so update. Germany order is coming along. We went ahead and we're now, I would say, a third way through it. It's been quite a challenge. And when I say that, it's because it is like so many moving parts at once. And, learning curves and then space and then delays and between ingredients and things like that. I think our worst thing during this entire process has actually been water. Y'all, I'm in the wrong business. The water has been really difficult and not necessarily always cost effective to get it in bulk and get drums of it. So it's been a struggle. But all in all, I think, we're right on track. We're still on our deadline. And the worst part of this, I injured my back, hip, whatever for like 2 weeks. So it has been a painful existence for me. But I'm getting through it, and today I feel really good. I just went and got my oil changed, so I came over to the warehouse to try to shoot some YouTube videos, which, listen, I'm not a YouTuber. I don't even claim to be. I just want to put out content so it's easy for everybody to reference. So if they're searching for a product and they want to hear from somebody who made it, this is kind of where I'm going. And through the videos and the series and the different things that we'll end up posting on this channel, I'll get into more and it'll be a little different and it'll be a little blend of everything. But listen, I'm just getting in where I fit in. I mean, I've got 2-week-old hair, for real, 2-week-old hair in a bun, slicked up. Y'all, look at that. Look at that slickage. I don't even know if slickage is a word, but look at that slickage. That's from the Black Curl Magic. I just didn't get a chance to wash my hair. Against everything that I talk about, a lot of it was just because it was Mother's Day weekend and it was also my daughter's 21st birthday. So I really didn't get any time to do anything, and I'm definitely going to, tomorrow is wash day, it's Sunday, and I am going to use one of the new products that are about to drop because it's a blends line. And what happens when I get overwhelmed and I want to avoid working, I create limited edition products. So for some reason that calms me and keeps me going. I think it's just an incentive to really remind myself why I started this, and I have fun creating. I think I'm the creator. But then once it becomes a mundane task, it's like, oh, we need more rice water, and I don't really want to do it. But here we are. I don't know if I can show you some of the process in the back because it looks like a madhouse. And I promise you, we do straighten up and we try to do it, but the last week has been bananas. So let me see if I can get some clips as to what we got going on now. So when we started labeling it after the fact, it became like a daunting task because it was like, oh my God, you're doing double work. So we decided that we're not going to do that again. And we're just going to go ahead and try to label it and bottle it at the same time to avoid double work. So once again, I'm here by myself. My helpers are, it is the weekend and nobody really works the weekends but me. And I'm not gonna lie, as soon as it's starting to get nice out, I'm the opposite. I want to work. When it was cold, I didn't want to do nothing. So I wasn't here on the weekends like I normally would be when it starts to get warm. When it gets warm, I really don't mind because I don't do that much. I go to the store, whatever. You run some errands, you know, and really I think low-key I'm just avoiding yard work and laundry. So with that said, until the next update, as we comb through this order, I'm going to do my best to try to get other people aside from me on this camera. But we get so busy and I forget to record, but I definitely wanted to document this moment. Here we are in the madness here. And these are the jars that have been filled already. We literally have maybe 10 more buckets to fill and then label. So it's quite a bit of work, but we're trucking along here. And this is the curling potion. But like I said, we still have a long way to go to get in the jar. But as far as it being made, it's made. One of the things that we've stumbled on is we're doing the rice water. Now, this is kind of our, what happened here batch. So basically, we make the rice water the exact same way every time. But the difference would be in I think it's the essential oil that's doing this. So this is really, really, and you see how it's separated. So I think either it wasn't mixed long enough or whatever, but definitely the tint on there is from the essential oil. So when you shake it up, it's fine, but it's still significantly a little bit. You see how the difference is. Now in the black bottles, if this happens, we would never notice, but this is the first time using clear. So that is because I know it's essential oil because I purchase essential oils from the place that I purchase all the time. And then one time I bought a lot of it. I got it and it was like yellower, or like, it wasn't bad, but it was, I don't know. It still smelled like the lemongrass, but it was a little different. So I'm not really sure. And that is the one that is in here. So this one had the newer one that I ordered afterwards. I ended up went and tried a different supplier, even though the supplier I had been using, I've used for, I don't even know how long, that long. So that's where the two discolorations. And the reason why I'm comparing these two is because I actually made these within a day of each other. So I'll show you the difference. So these were made in a day of each other. And then this, we have a whole drum full of this that we made over the last, I would say 30 days, roughly. Yeah, about 30 days. So you see how it's not as white and it has like a tint, but I can't remember if I was using the other essential oil that I used for this batch. So it's kind of weird, and it's the same product. So that's the thing with natural products. Sometimes you just don't know, and it's the same thing. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take this batch and I'm going to dump it back out into a bucket, and I'm just going to remix it. I'm going to blend it for a little bit longer just to help with that. And then I may have to just combine the batch with we have another bucket of this that we made at the same time, and just kind of remix them together and then, go from there just to see. But what we did was we started making excuse that. That's where I was labeling. See all that? I'm just got to pick it up. But we started to make the batches because we wanted to make sure we got the count right. So we only started bottling some because we don't have the labels yet for these. So what we like to do is we like to bottle it and label it simultaneously if we can. And we learned our lesson from the first product, which was the deep repair mask, where we ended up labeling it afterwards. Oh, another day, you guys. Oh, I literally came home, washed my face, got in my pajamas because I'm so exhausted. We're like 38% done with this order. And our problem is still water. I don't understand. It's coming from the mountains of Georgia. How can we not get water? The funniest thing is we got stopped in the grocery store. Like, anytime we go to the store to get water, people will just come up and be like, so what do you do with all that water? Is this for church? I mean, mind your business. Get out my car. I don't ask you why you got so much chicken. I don't ask you why you eating so many ramen noodles. I don't understand. I don't know if it's curiosity killed the cat or what. Just people just don't have nothing else to do. But in this particular day, we go into Kroger. Quentin and I go into Kroger. And I always he loads up the water. He's taller than me and don't ever want me to lift anything. And he never wants me to go by myself because I like to climb the shelves like a spider monkey and try to get the water. And one time in Walmart, I kind of knocked the whole shelf over. I can't. All right. Okay, but anyway, back to the water. So he's loading the water into the cart, and I'm ducking behind him, and I'm going underneath at the bottom shelf, and I'm throwing it this way. The reason why I was doing this is because in front of us, down the aisle, there were 3 workers standing there, and they just kept kind of looking at us. And I mean, 2 of the workers, they look like workers, and then you could tell the one was the manager or something. Well, he was. So he walks over and he was like, is there something I can help you with? And, Quentin's talking to him or whatever. Basically, he was saying that he didn't like us taking the water off the shelf. He says, no other customer can get it. And I'm thinking, is it because you don't want to restock? You don't have any more? He said, no, it's not about the restocking. It's just that everybody else can't get any. And I'm like, he says, we can get you as many as you need. I said, well, I need 100 gallons. Oh, we got you. We have that. Okay, so you have it. So in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, we take it off the shelf. You got to restock it, but you have it. It's not like we're buying it up and nobody gets any water. It's just somebody has to put it back on the shelf. So he's like, yeah, just give us 2 days and you can come in and get it, blah, blah, blah. He gives us the names and we're like, okay, all right. Listen, he didn't take no information from us. He just didn't want us to take the water. I go back 2 days later. That shelf had the same amount of water on it that it did when we left it. So he never restocked it, never clearly ordered any more water. So I don't know how he was giving me 100 gallons. But it was just ridiculous. And I was like, man, they're going to put a, limit or something. But their water costs more anyway. I prefer Walmart, which has been out for literally weeks. Okay, weeks. So I might have to break down. I did not want to order it in drums because, I know a lot of people do that. But actually, if you break it down, and people in business do not talk about this. They tell you all these things. We'll just give an example. Get all your bottles directly from China, right? Let them order, you wait, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. They forget to mention all the goddamn fees and all this other stuff. And when it comes down to it, you save 3 cents, if that, per unit, if that. And sometimes it comes out to the exact same. Trust me, you're better off getting an account manager somewhere and letting them give you better pricing, which is what we ended up doing. way better. Like, it's way cheaper than if we did it on our own. And the reason is because these suppliers in the States, obviously they're getting them from overseas, but they order so many that they can cut the cost. But you have to get an account manager, and I cannot say there's a how-to, and I say this because we stumbled on it. We stumbled it on accident. So like, this order has been a blessing as well as a lot of work, but it's been a blessing because when I went to go order packaging, and it was from one supplier that I always order from, they noticed, wait, they must be expanding because they never order this many at once. So literally I placed an order, and the price I got was still cheap or fair. Get a phone call within 5 minutes after I placed the order, and the person on the other end was like, hey, I can get you a better price. Yeah, okay. Let me get you to an account manager. I've assigned you an account manager. I was like, okay. Where were you guys before? That's just all I want to know. So that worked out amazing. And our manager, account manager, he's phenomenal. And we've had nothing but success with that. So, I mean, just do the work, because it comes down to a landed cost. So a landed cost means the cost of the item, taxes, and shipping. So just because, let's say, we'll just throw out numbers. Let's say something costs 10 cents, right? So it's 10 cents, but then you got 20 cents for shipping, let's say. So now you're looking at 30 cents, and then taxes, we'll say, is 5 cents. So now it's 35 cents, right? So then the landed cost of that is 35 cents. It's not 10 cents. So you do that, and people just forget to, they just say, oh, I paid X amount of dollars and this is what it is. But I don't know, it's just a thing. And it's something that I think a lot of new business owners or smaller business owners or people who are just figuring it out, because we don't have a rule book, really. I mean, we can read all the books that we want and all the manuals, but it's totally different than when you're in there doing it. In addition to even just getting funding as a Black-owned business and a woman-owned business, yes, the woman-owned business, I feel sometimes just trumps it a little bit, but then color comes into play. And, you know, we are just systematically behind when it comes to a lot of things, and we got to kind of stick together. And, you know, I'm very appreciative of the regular customers and things like that, because like I've said, I probably said it in some video or YouTube reel. Y'all follow me on IG, by the way. This is a shameless plug. If you are on IG, you can go to our Curls and Potions IG page, and you can click on my link to my personal pages there. But if not, it's L_Fontaine, Fontaine. And look, my old behind is getting into these reels. I don't know, but my favorite one so far is one where I talk about being a marshmallow. You have to go check it out. I just think it's funny, and every single time I will cry laughing. And to this point, Quentin is like, you're a marshmallow. Remember, you're a marshmallow, and reminds me. And when he says it, I just gut laugh. Like, we just laugh for hours. But anyway, I don't even know why I even got on here. I just wanted you to see the other side of when I come home. I'm tired and I'm crusty. In the illustrious words of my favorite YouTube, Raven Elise, I'm crusty. It's like 90 something degrees out. And I'm waiting for Kayla, who's moved back home. That's my child, for those who don't know. Well, she's an adult now. She's 21. But I'm gonna cook. I'm on this fake keto diet. When I say fake, it's because I know I've had ice cream cake, and I know I've probably ate some candy. And I don't know. I'm supposed to be going to the beach, and it's just, you know, you're going on a trip. You always want new clothes and you want to diet. I don't know what that's about. But all this to say, we do have a new product that's coming out. It's a limited edition. We were going to do the Hue Affair in Atlanta, and it got canceled. So we're 2 weeks out from it. It just got canceled this week. So like what's today? Thursday. So I think it was like Tuesday she canceled it. So we were going to have some jars for the show. So here we are. We're going to do a pre-order for it just because we're still working on, you know, all the other orders behind the scenes. So I just want to get a idea how much I need to make. Like, I don't want to make more than I need to, because we had set numbers that we were going to do for the Hue Affair, but that's totally different than, you know, us selling it online, because we could sell more. Most likely we sell more direct to consumer. So we probably would have sold more online anyway, but I don't want to make too little, and I want to make, you know, enough. And if I make enough and it sells and then people are still wanting it, then I'll do another run of it. But it's another deep conditioner. And I say that because those are the things that we're noticing, you know, you guys want. But the cool thing about this is it's a different consistency. It's like, it's in the blends line, and it's not as thick as the other ones, and they're not all super thick. So it's a little bit thinner. You can use it as a leave-in, and it's got blue spirulina in it. So the ingredients are pretty cool. I love playing around with different ingredients, but I kind of want to know what you guys are looking for next, because I know I'm going to get bored. And when I say that, because previously, hopefully it'll be in this video, I tend to want to create. So when I don't have anything to create, it's like blah. Like, the world just isn't as colorful anymore. So I still have a line that I have been trying to put out for years, seriously, and it's really good, but it's for blowouts and stuff like that. And, you know, I don't know if that's something you guys want. We're also going into lock care. We have been asked countless times to do lock stuff. It's a little bit of research. We've asked around. We've kind of interviewed a couple people. I don't know. Interview just sounded better than questioned. But and my daughter wants to get locks. I don't know how I feel about it. And the only reason why I say it is because, you know, she was a teenager, her hair all the way down her back. Oh my God, I want to go natural. And we were transitioning her, but then she's just like, no, I want to cut it off. Like, all of a sudden, I don't know. She bothered me that day, and I just, fine, we'll cut it. She didn't want me to wash her hair. So she regretted it. So I just tell her, you know, take your time. Like, she's starting to get her hair braided regularly. So, and then she never had that before. So she started that last year. She did it once, and then this year, I think she's so far had her hair done, I don't know if it was twice. Oh no, we did like a crochet. I did some total, it was less than amateur, but I did the best I could. I don't know how to braid like cornrow or anything like that. So we just, I don't know, we kind of finagled it. But it looks okay. And then I just said, you look, just go pay somebody. So she is starting to get her hair braided by our neighbor across the street. She's amazing. She's won Hair Chronicles on Instagram. Her name's Stephanie. She does some really amazing work. You know, check her out, show her some love. If anybody's in Georgia or in the area where I'm at, you know, take a look at some of her styles, but she's really, really good. So she's gonna braid my hair. I have never had my hair professionally braided. So this will be fun. I'm gonna do that. So when we go to the beach, me and Kayla and cousin Courtney, AKA sister cousin, we all have braids. So I think it's gonna be fun on our little girls trip. I think that's pretty much it for the update. I'm gonna keep adding to this video. I don't know how long it's gonna end up being, but I'm gonna try to just mix it up with other stuff instead of me just walking around the warehouse like, look guys, look what we did. Look. You know, I just, sometimes you get lost in the, let me look a certain way or be a certain way, and I'm just over it all. But my eyes look so black because of all that mascara. I don't know about anybody else, but I think it just takes like all day, all night to get off. And I ran out of my skincare stuff that I make. So I use regular grapeseed oil to break down all of the mascara, and I mean immediately your whole eye is black. It breaks it down so fast. But I probably need to go and like wipe around my eye again because I got sidetracked when the dog came up like, you need to take me out, owner. Like, I don't know how do dogs run humans. Like, I feed you, I clothe you. Yes, she has a wardrobe. I clothe you and I feed you, and somehow I'm your pet. It's baffling. But anyway, I'll just try to keep adding, and this already was 15 minutes. That's why I don't do this, because I can just talk, y'all. All right, see y'all later.
Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur.
Is that right?
Still into the fall of 2016.
They
It's a
just
lot
see
of
the
work.
glitz and the glamour. They don't see the pain. They don't see the work put in.
It's a lot of work.
Yes, it is. It's a lot of moving parts. It's not just stand in the camera and smile. It's a lot that goes into this.
What's the one thing that you love?
When we actually do see people and they're excited about the work that we have done and they enjoy it, I like that. I get a kick out of that.
What's the one thing that you hate?
The dishes.
Why is it always the dishes? Why is it always the dishes?
Megan was a proud father. But he had another life too.
You excited to be expanding into Germany?
Yeah, expansion is always good.
So pretty.
It's just a lot of work.
So what's the next country you would like to see us expand to?
I don't believe we're in Asia.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
That would
Got
be
hair
kind
in
of cool.
Asia, right? They
Everybody
have
got
hair in Asia, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Asia.
yeah. I think they even do a process to like get curly hair actually.
Well, then they need to check for us then.
Interesting. I guess we'll have to work on that.
Tell them call us.
Okay, my mess. Look at that blue goodness. This is for the limited edition. Poor Weezy. We only got 900 and a million in the left bottles to go. When does it end? I am so tired, y'all. From more machines breaking, to me just pouring rice water all over myself, my feet, soaked, the floor, not once, not twice today, 3 times. I'm pretty much done. If I never see rice water again, I'm okay with that. Fun fact, yeah, the man hours that it takes to ferment rice water and make it in large batches, just, I don't know, spoiler alert. If someone's not making it, no, not just me, but if someone is actually not making it, the likelihood that you're getting what you're paying for in mass production is going to be slim to none. They like to say rice water complex. It's equivalent to sprinkling the product with something and then just putting that on the label and giving you something else, because anybody who's anybody and who's a DIYer knows that you have to ferment rice for so long and then proceed further. There's YouTube videos on how to make fermented rice water, but to do that in a big manufacturing facility that is manufacturing a ton of other products, It's just not cost effective, and it would shut down production. So just be careful what you're paying for. Some people want to come for us about the price, but you can get good deals on Amazon for our rice water. We offer a ton of sales, but we're giving you full 8 ounces, and you are getting fermented rice water. And this is not diluted. It's not anything else. There are some additives that we put into it, like, biotin. Not biotin, MSM. Listen, it's been a long day. I have a lot of products, but whatever's on the bottle, that's what you see in there. I know there's castor oil, fractionated coconut oil, or MCT oil, or whichever way you want to put it, whatever makes you feel good about yourself. But yeah. So I hate to ruin it because it seems to be an epidemic, but I'm going to stand by being one of the brands that are now borderline between indie and mainstream, I would say. I mean, you guys can decide. But anyway, you can go check the resume. You can go run it back when this started to get popular, and it was something that was big on YouTube that you saw, and a lot of DIYs doing it. And like I always say, I didn't want to put water in a bottle and sell it. So I made mine a certain way, preserved it, and there you have it. So that was before it was a thing. Now it's a thing. And sometimes I feel some type of way, but that just lets me know that I was doing the right thing, and I was on the right path. And it has helped so many people with their elasticity and just retaining length, promoting growth. I would say I would lean more towards our Shea Bay rice water for the promoting of the growth, because it has like everything you'd see in a growth oil in that, but it's water-based. But yeah, no, I'm not salty at all. I'm just tired. And if I see any more rice water, I'm going to scream.